Chris with Mother Mycelium. Today we're going to be going over a few ways of preparing grain spawn. So the first way involves pre-cooking the grain prior to sterilization to ensure consistent hydration. The other method involves combining a specific amount of dry grain and water prior to the sterilization process. The benefits of the first method are that it ensures even hydration throughout the grain and the grain stays less clumpy. The second method is faster and easier. There's no pre-cooking involved. You simply add the dry grain to the water and sterilize. But you'll notice that the top of the grain doesn't get quite as hydrated, and it also stays kind of clumpy at the bottom. My preferred method of preparing grain is the pre-cooked method. As I said before, it ensures consistent hydration throughout the grain, and it also stays less clumpy. The first method I'm going to show you involves cooking the rye in boiling water prior to the sterilization process. I've found that the rye expands by up to 3 times its original volume. So measure out 1/3 of your target volume and add your rye grain to a pot, cover it with boiling water, and boil for 15 minutes. Once your grain has boiled for 15 minutes, strain it off and let it steam for an additional 10 minutes. This is an important step because it allows the excess moisture to steam off and ensures that most of the moisture is locked within the grain. Now add your pre-cooked grains to your jars, cover with foil, and they're ready to sterilize. The other method of preparing grain spawn involves combining a specific amount of dry grain and water and then sterilizing. This method is easier and takes less time, but it promotes uneven cooking of the grain and the end result is often clumpy. To make 1 quart of grain spawn, add 150 milliliters of water, 300 grams of dry grain, and 1 gram of gypsum to your jar. The gypsum helps to keep the grains from clumping, and it also helps to balance the pH of your grain spawn. Now cover your jars with foil and pressure cook them at 15 psi for 90 minutes. This is a fundamental part of the process as it eliminates any competitor fungi or bacteria. Once your jars are sterilized, remove them with sterile hands and shake them up. This jar was prepared with the second method. You can see how the grain is unevenly cooked and quite clumpy at the bottom. This jar was prepared with the other method and is cooked much more evenly and is much less clumpy. Once your jars have cooled completely, it's time to inoculate them. Today I'm going to be inoculating these jars with liquid culture and with agar plates. The first step to inoculating with liquid culture is to flame sterilize your needle. Then shake your liquid culture to ensure even distribution of mycelium and quickly remove the foil, squirt your culture in a circular manner to ensure even distribution, and seal up your jars. I'm just using micropore tape here, but some people prefer to use Tyvek or even specialized filter patch lids. Now let's inoculate with agar plates. The first step is to sterilize your hands and flame sterilize your scalpel. Next, unscrew your jar lid to make sure it's ready to go. Now, slightly open up your petri dish and cut a small wedge of agar. Transfer this wedge as quickly as possible to your jar and seal up the jar with micropore tape. After 3 to 5 days, you should see mycelium start to colonize your grain. At this point, give the grain a good shake to break up the mycelium and distribute it around the jar. This will help your colonization times. A few weeks later, you have fully colonized grain spawn and it's ready to use. Thanks for watching.